set up the thing. Oh, that wasn't good. All right. Yeah, when your pants fall down because you're in your podcast studio and you don't need a belt, but your pants fall down anyways. Good. All right, get that baby in there and then get this closer. I'm looking at my chair there. All right. Uh-huh. I'll have to slide that over more. I like that. And we got the mouse and whatever. I'll check YouTube for sound. It looks like I always put it there so that you can see if it's on. But I'll check my YouTube sound now and my view. Head over to YouTube. Here we go. We are live on YouTube, Facebook. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Steve. Good to see you, too. All right. Here we go. Click on that. Says there's the live. Oh, I love that picture. It's like sometimes you just, okay. So I can even slide over a little bit more. That's good enough, though, at the moment. But make sure. On that. All right, so we're good. Welcome, everybody. I'll just throw out welcome to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys podcast of Baker's High Rye Limited Edition. Tell us where you're from and what you're sipping on. We do monitor comments. All right, throw that one down. Hey, welcome to that. I'm going to put this here so I can monitor the comments on YouTube. We'll get that straightened out. Oh, what the heck? There it is. Oh, just come on. Why did it have to start over? Don't start over. Catch up live. There's a place to get live. Let's just get there. Yep, we're there. Close enough. Welcome, everybody. All right, I got everything running. Did it pause? No, did not pause. All right, good. All right, so let's get. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. I've been wanting to. I just got a couple minutes to say hey. Yeah, we should. I'll call you coming up. I was just thinking about that this morning, how I have to call you, but it's good to see you chime in. It's you know the Scotchy Bourbon Boys love you. So the Bourbon Queen has checked in tonight for the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We are doing the Baker's High Rye, so there is a little bit of that considering her son is the master distiller of the Jim Beam Distillery. So, all right. So, I just wanted to go in first. We gotta, before we get this started, give a little shout out to our sponsors, Middle West Spirits. There in Columbus, Ohio. Ryan Lang has just built a large distillery, the largest in Ohio. What he's been doing, you could check out the podcast. Hopefully in August, we will be having him on. They just purchased Old Elk brand. So Middle West Spirits is just rocking and rolling, and you got to get it. It's in 48 of the continental United States. It's on the shelf. This is the Michelin brand, his family brand. And right now, the cask strength wheated whiskey, the cask strength wheat whiskey, the cask strength wheated bourbon, and the cask strength pumpernickel rye all are fantastic. If you're in the area in Columbus, you could check out their craft distillery and their service bar restaurant for everything that you need. You could pick up all the bottles there also at the distillery. fantastic experience, and I can't wait till although the distillery, the new distillery is running. There's a lot to be done before it gets out into the public and available, but uh, can't wait till that happens. Middle West Spirits in Columbus, Ohio. All right, Whiskey Thief Distilling Company in Frankfort, Kentucky, on the Three Boys Farm. That is where the distillery is. It's a barrel pick all day, every day. They've got 2 stations of 5 barrels. For the price of admission, you get a tour. You get to taste through all 5 barrels, and if you like one, you can either bottle one of these 375s or a 750. Fantastic bourbon, rye, and wheated bourbons right now. They have made me. I used to say I don't like rye, but I like Whiskey Thief rye. So you got to check them out in Frankfurt, and then also their newest location in Louisville, New Lou area, where they have their tasting room. There again, all 5 barrels, price of admission, a barrel pick all day, every day. And one thing that it is, just like the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, everything that you get there is uncut and unfiltered. All right, that brings us to the Spirit of French Lick in French Lick, Indiana. Fantastic winery and distillery. Stop in, say hi to Brooklyn or Laureline. But this is Alan Bishop's previous distillery, and all of his whiskey's still there aging, and they keep putting it out. So if you loved what Alan was doing when he was there, it's just getting older and it's getting better and it's fantastic. This here's the William Dalton, our barrel pick. If you're ever interested in trying one of our barrel picks, let me know and I can make that happen. And remember, the Spirit of French Lick in French Lick, Indiana, a must stop. Then there's Rosewood Bourbons and Ryes. Jason Giles he called me last night, and I was in the middle of tasting, and I'm trying to get a hold of him. But if you see Rosewood Bourbons and Ryes on the shelf, you got to get it. He takes Kentucky and Indiana bourbon and rye purchased, and he's also been distilling there in Kentucky. And after it's been aged, he ships it down to Texas and lets it age at least one more season in that hot Texas heat, and the results are fantastic. So you got to check out Rosewood Bourbon and Rye. I keep promoting that because I love the whiskey so much, and Jason's not done, so you gotta check it out. Rosewood Bourbon and Rye. And then also Alan Bishop. If you have ghosts, you have everything. That is his podcast, along with the One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute on YouTube. Both of them are fantastic episodes to check out. The One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute talks about all your distilling needs, home distilling, commercial distilling, all the processes. If you have any questions, he answers them. One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute. And If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Fantastic podcast on Spotify, Apple, iHeart. But it takes the best of both of the spirits world, the spirits industry and the spirit world, and it mixes together for some fantastic tales and stories. You got to check out Alan Bishop's If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. All right, guys. That brings us, hey Stacy, good to see that you're on. And yeah, that's kind of cool. We got a lot of people tonight. So tonight we're going to be doing the Baker's limited edition High Rye. And I'm not going to put it up directly against the Baker's. I love Baker's single barrel. There are 2 single barrels. I want to put it up against the original Baker's. I've got a little bit left, and I'm going to barrel bottle break down the Old Louisville Whiskey Company's barrel bottle breakdown of the Baker's High Rye Bourbon limited edition from the distillery, but it also looks like it's available online also. I paid $75 for that. So what we'll do is we'll get this podcast started and we'll get into this and let's get going. So here we go. All right, I'm going to do it. There'll be a 50-second thing and we're rolling.
Drinking bourbon, sipping on some scotch. We get a little wild, but it's sure fun to watch. We love what we do with drinking every brew, and we talk sunshine, but we're telling the truth. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon boys, raising your hell and making some noise. Yeah, we're the Scotchy Bourbon boys. We're here to have fun and we hope you enjoy. We're here to have fun. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to another podcast of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Tiny here tonight. I was hoping Supernatural was coming. He was hoping he could make it, but he was not able to do so. So it's me tonight right here, the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We've got a bunch of people watching on both ends. It's kind of cool. We're going to be talking about Baker's 7 High Rye Limited Edition tonight. It's very, very cool. What? I don't know, Walter. Walter's on too. So it's just like good to see that you're on tonight. We're going to be talking about the Baker's High Rye bourbon special release that they did just recently. And we're going to do the barrel bottle breakdown of that. But remember, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Glencairns. We've got the Crystal Glencairns coming in also. So that Crystal Glen, there'll be some more offering. And we're also going to have a special for somebody out there. It's going to be a Crystal decanter with 2 Glencairn rocks glasses. Can't wait for that to happen. I put in the new order this week, so that's awesome. And through Martin Duffy, the Midwest Crystal Glencairn sales representative who's been with us from the beginning, put that order in. So hopefully by the festival, I'll have all that stuff and it should be pretty cool. And then also our bios are on there, all things fun. There's different things for everyone. And if you are interested in a tasting, you could also get a tasting right there on www.scotchybourbonboys.com. And then also remember, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, along with Apple, iHeart, and Spotify on the audio side. But whether you listen or watch us, remember, like, listen, subscribe, comment, and leave good feedback. So there you go. We're covered for that. Tonight, very, very excited for this. But one of the things I wanted to talk about. Walter's just giving us crap. No, we're not. We're not doing that, Walter. We're excited. We're running around with the boys on this podcast. So tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit before we get into the Old Louisville barrel bottle breakdown of Baker's High Rye. I wanted to talk a little bit about the bourbon and what it means on special occasions. And one of the things that I went to this past weekend, I went back to Wisconsin because one of my wife's uncles had passed in, I want to say, either late January, early February, and he had been he had been ill for a good time, good 2-3 years, and it was sad when it happened, but he was experiencing a lot of what would you say? It was a prolonged sickness. And so the passing, although very, very sad, he was, I believe, ready to go. And we had, he's originally from Wisconsin. He had passed away in Michigan, and we went back to Wisconsin. His whole family, who lives in California, was there, and we had a service for him. He was cremated, and we had a service at the church where I was married, where all my kids were christened, and it was and people. This in this family, it's where everything family wise has happened in the past 42 years that I've known them, and I feel like it's a part of my soul there. But we were all together on Saturday night, and I'm the bourbon guy. So I brought some special pours. One, I did bring the Mayday Rye, Walter, just to let you know. The Mayday Rye was honestly, what would you say? That one at 146 proof, I wanted to show people how special a rye at 146 proof could taste. So that was one of the pours that I picked. And then also I picked it was a JW Dant from 1969 that was gifted to me by Martin Nash. He had it. We had it on the podcast. He has one. I had one. We rated it, opened it. It had, and I basically felt that one was very special to that JW Dant from 19 in a milk milk glass decanter, was something very special that I could share with everybody that had what would you say? It was it was a special bourbon that you wanted to share, and so many people there, probably 12 or 13 people, got to taste history that night. And so, and then I had, I believe, and I'm just trying to remember what else I had, and it's just eluding me. I believe it was 136. It's not there. You know what's going to pop in my head in the middle of this, and it was, I mean, it should just be right back on the shelf, but it's not. I'm sure I took it, put it back. Anyways, we toasted his life, and the whiskey that we drank was special. And that's kind of like whether you're getting married, whether you're getting celebrating a celebration of life, or your child's being born. These are where these special bottles come in. And it's really kind of cool that all, the special bottles that, what would you say, that mark our lives. And that's what bourbon is. And So when we're all drinking and we're all tasting, because the higher proofs I was just getting everybody just a taste, one I found out that my well, it would be nephew, no, not nephew, uncle's cousin, one of my wife's cousins. He is just 23, and he was into bourbon, and it was very unexpected that he would be talking and being so interested because usually younger people, it's still pretty hot for them and whatnot. But no, he was right there. So and what it is the bourbon once again is the glue and the bond for the people, but the people are the most important thing. So when you're all tasting and remembering and honoring together, that's what bourbon does. It brings people together, and it forms a special bond that everybody there might not have had. It a bond so strong that once we all shared the bourbon and the whiskey, uh, it was stronger than ever. So, it's just that's what bourbon means to me. That's what bourbon means to so many people. And it's very, 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 what would you say? Excellent. I mean, it's just excellent of just how and what bourbon means to people. And then you take someone like Walter who makes it and then has an experience that is designed to bring, if you've ever been on the farm, out on the farm on a Saturday afternoon, a Tuesday afternoon, the people that are there, you start forming bonds based off of his experience of the farm setting, the Adirondack chairs that are all around. Then he's got food. People share food. Everybody's tasting, or there's an area outside that you can smoke a cigar, but it gets crowded. Even though it's crowded, it's not, because you can spread out into the area where they have, you know, cornhole. They've got fire pits, the whole thing. Just a spectacular. He can put a music. He can put up a stage, a mobile stage, and have music there. It's just what whiskey's about. So I wanted to get into that because, first off, I'm gonna do a pour. Let's do a pour since he's on. Walter's on tonight. I'm gonna do a pour of the whiskey farm. I should grab. They were there. They are no longer there. So I'm just going to have to rely on. Okay, so this one is Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Is this? Which one is this? 75. 50, this is a wheated bourbon. 75 corn, 15 wheat, 10 barley. 6 years. And I love Walter's cherry, but I'm going to grab this glass right here, my Scotchy Bourbon Boys Glencairn, and I'm going to pour a little pour of this, and I'm going to honor my wife's uncle, Peter. He was an artist, very creative artist, and a great father and grandfather, and kind of a special person. So I want to cheers to Peter Balistreri. May you rest in peace. Wow. That's special. Love that wheated. If you can tell, Walter, next time down, I'm probably going to need another bottle, which could be soon. All right. So there you go. Tonight, we're going to barrel bottle break down the Baker's number 7. I opened this earlier. I didn't grab any. I let it sit for a little bit. This one's actually signed by Baker Beam, and I have to thank Sandy, who was on earlier, for uh, introducing me to Baker, because a couple times I was at the kitchen table with her and we were eating, and Baker came over one time, and one time we went over there and she introduced me to Baker. So it's kind of special knowing Baker Beam, and it's really kind of cool what they've done since the original Bakers to what they do now with the 13-year and this special release where Baker's coming in and signing the bottles. I have a Baker's 13 signed by Freddie, Fred, and Baker, all three of them. So really kind of a cool bottle. I have a regular bottle of 13 that I drink from that's not signed by any of them. So that's cool also. But Baker's is, to me, in this bottle right here, which is the original bottle. So we're going to hit the light on this. The original was 107 proof, aged 7 years, 53.5, which is 107 proof, ABV. So here it is. It was a sour mash whiskey. All right. So Baker's, which is Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, is a sour mash whiskey. Here it is, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. My bourbon follows our Beam family tradition of putting our best secret inside the bottle. Not here on the label. I've distilled 6 generations of bourbon skill into this bottle. That's a lot of secrets. Please savor its smooth flavor over ice with a splash of water, or however you take your bourbon, Baker Beam. So that's what's on this bottle. So it wasn't a single barrel. So that bottle is how I started in the world of Bakers. And one of the things that Baker did with this, what Baker's did was a fantastic thing. One, I followed his advice a couple times and put it on ice, which is cool. But one of the things I loved about Baker's was the mouthfeel. It was a very, very, what it did was it was like sliding down a slide into pillows. So it's 107 proof, and it had this slickery, slippery aspect of it as you put it, slid across your tongue, and then would go to the tasting notes. I haven't had it in a while, and there's not a lot left, and they don't sell this anymore. So this is kind of special. So I'll be taking that. But Baker's was, after Booker's, was something that I really caught my attention and started getting me into bourbon to eventually lead to doing the podcast. So that was kind of a cool thing that Baker's 7, this bottle right here, which I still have some, would have been, at that. All right, so let's get this off. I don't know why I'm doing it. I did stop sharing. Good. So let's get that off and put up what's supposed to be there for all you guys. There you go. There you go. I got something happening right there. As far as the background, that is the Baker's website. So kind of cool right there. Hey, Ricky, good to see you. So what we're going to do is I'm first going to barrel bottle breakdown in my Crystal Glencairn glass. This one, I don't know how I misplaced it, but I did. It was gone for a good month. And so today I kind of dedicated to searching for this, because one of the things that we're going to be doing, I believe it's probably going to be August. It just depends. It's still either August 9th or August 23rd. I'm going to do the Crystal Glencairn Club tasting. Anybody who has one of these Crystal Glencairns from the Scotchy Bourbon Boys will be invited for a tasting at my house. I'm going to be doing this tasting once a year for the Crystal Glencairn Club. I understand a lot of people who have the Crystal Glencairns are out of state and won't be able to make it, but at the same time, I need to offer it for the people who want to make it. So that's where we're at with that right now. So I'm excited about that. I'll be putting that down for. I'll be putting it in the books real soon. Which one it's going to be, because I'm not sure when I'm going to Columbus. Just tuned in. It's whatever he was asking who passed. It was my wife's uncle, so that's who I was toasting to. All right, so let's get into this because we got to do it. It's the Old Louisville Whiskey Company's barrel bottle breakdown section. Old Louisville, you got to check them out in Louisville, Kentucky. Amin there has a great experience. You can be going in there. It's on appointment, so go to the website, book an appointment, go there. He has a lot of whiskey that you can taste through in barrels. He doesn't sell anything younger than 7 years old, and he is a great supporter of the podcast, and he also has this spot on it with the Old Louisville Whiskey Company's barrel bottle breakdown. You got to go see Amin there. He does a great job. I mean, lots of fun, and let's just get it like that. How about that? All right, so the Old Louisville Whiskey Company's barrel bottle breakdown rating scale is as follows. It's based off of 4 categories: smell, taste, body, and finish. In those 4 categories, we do barrel knocks with my barrel hammer, my bung hammer right here. And you could get up to 4 knocks on the smell and the body. And you could get up to 5 knocks on the taste and the finish. Now, if one of the categories is exceptional, you can get an extra knock called a but-up if you think that's it, but just one category, and that's it. So there we go. That is our barrel bottle breakdown rating scale, and let's get going with the Old Louisville Whiskey Company barrel bottle breakdown. I'm getting good at saying barrel bottle breakdown, don't you guys think? Anyways, like I said, I was able to obtain this bottle at the distillery. Very excited to get it. Now, it is a 7-year, but it's a 7-year, 9 months. It is a single barrel. It is released at 107 proof. So when you're doing the single barrels, this is the date that it was barreled was 11/2016, November 2016. It was in the warehouse CL-3, where most of the whiskey comes from for Bakers, at 107 proof. And now they've got, I love the logo. The logo is got like the green high rye with the silver. And plus it's got, I'm sorry, everybody. It's got the Booker's, the Baker's 107 logo, but that green right in there that they put in for the high rye. I want to see, yeah, you can see it. And then also if you look at any of the posts I did today, it was pretty cool to see the picture that I put up. I really liked it. All right, so here we go. Capper on there has the classic Baker's cap. Single barrel. Yeah, this one is a little bit different. You can see that one. And then this one has the Baker's. So that's it, but it's the same shape and style. Let's pour it into my Glen. Let's put a little because I want to even the no way. All right. Let's put a little bit less. All right, let's see about that. That was just hanging out. What's going on? Maybe you can't do it on. Oh, I didn't want to do that. All right, here we go. Let's see. The crystal, it makes like a little. That's kind of cool. But I love that aspect of Glencairn's. Let's see what this Baker's does. If you guys can see, it clings, and but see, that's one thing that's always been so good about viscosity. Now, I've got something, I don't have to share on this one, but I've got a little bit of something on from Breaking Bourbon before I do this. And let's see. Super Nash came on. Obviously, everybody's saying hi. I don't think he said hi, but the invitation's still there to join us at any time, Super Nash, if you can make it. All right. So, classification: straight bourbon. Company Beam Suntory. The release date was October 2024. I want to say that this is from October 24 because I was looking all over. I'm not sure if there was another release. This was at the distillery, but I don't think, I don't know. It's aged 7 year, 9 months. And it also says it came from it said bottle and reviewed from warehouse CL-3. So it also came from CL-3, so which makes me think this might be, but the mash bill's undisclosed. But there's a lot of people out there that think the mash bill is Old Granddad because they said it's double the normal amount of rye. And I'm going to tell you that I don't 63 corn, 27 rye, and 10% malted barley. I think that's not as high rye as they tried to make it seem. I think it's usually 73-10, which is 83, and then you're talking 17. So that would mean it was 34 if they said it. Okay, so that's one thing. So the mash bill is undisclosed on this one, which is fine. Color amber. Now, Baker's High Rye Bourbon is a brand new extension for Beam's Baker's line for Beam's Baker's line of bourbons. It features the brand's standard 7-year age statement, but changes things up by offering twice the standard amount of rye in Baker's bourbon, according to the company. So that does not, though Beam doesn't disclose many of their mash bills, it's possible that it uses Old Granddad's high rye mash bill of 63, 27, 10, which I think that speculation is wrong because if you say double, you're talking 34. You're talking at least, yeah. All right. So I'm ready to go. Everything else at the moment from there, I've read what's on the bottle. Now, let's see. Was there yes? Because a lot of times there's a thing from Baker. So let's see what Baker had to say. Let's see. No. I've always been a firm believer that being different is something to be celebrated. Nope, I shouldn't be touching the signature. Perhaps that's why single barrels hold a special place in my heart. Each one is a true original. Through limited releases like this one, we're once again celebrating what it means to be different. Made from a mash bill, distinct from our signature bourbon, this release explores another side of the spirit. I hope you'll enjoy getting to know this one-of-a-kind character and the flavor that makes it unique. And just as you expect, the bottle in your hand came from a single barrel. Take a sip and taste the difference, Baker Beam. So that's kind of cool, right? All right, so here we go. I'm going to start to come down on, let's see what we're doing here. I'm going to keep that up. All right. So does anybody out there have any of the high rye Bakers? All right, so the nose on this is intense. It's like one of those intense cherry candies. And then little bit of apple, and some toasted oak, but it's very sweet. I really love the nose on this. The viscosity, as always. Cinnamon on the back, but this does, let me see. Wow. What makes me know that this isn't Old Granddad, somehow the essence of Baker's is in there. Like the smoothness, the gliding over the tongue. It's got a nice cinnamon punch at the back end of the palate. Candied apples, dark fruits. Wow. That's something quite special. That is a beautiful single barrel. I really like that. And the finish is long with, I would say, it's like a cinnamon, a little bit of, with a spicy cinnamon on the finish. All right, let's try this again. Okay, I'm picking up some caramel. All right, I'm ready. So here we go. The first category would be nose. This isn't like your normal bean. There's nothing normal about this. This is a fantastic nose. All the different flavors. It's complex. Everything you want. I am going to give this a 4 on the nose. Four knocks for the nose. Let's see. Like a toasted oak. Definitely dark fruits. This body is good. It's a I mean, the body on the tongue and the roof of the mouth is unbelievable. Doesn't quite, oh, it's in the cheeks a little. The body's so, I got to give it a 3 because it's so intense up front. I love what it does in my glass. I love the flame, and I give it a 3 out of 4. The body is exactly what Baker's body always is, because it's so, it doesn't go out full out. Even when you chew it into the cheeks and all around under your tongue, it's pretty much straightforward. Tip of your tongue, roof of your mouth, all the way back to the back of your throat. And that's where the body is. Now, taste. I'm really liking this. Let's see, taste. All right, taste. Here we go. really love this. I don't think. All right. I get in taste. I get a nice, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla on the front. Then it goes to like a apple cinnamon, like if you put cinnamon on an, but a spicy cinnamon on an apple, that's where it goes to. Then it changes to dark fruits, and it does this long holiday spice in like mulling spices, but more like that holiday cinnamon clove kind of thing that everybody that it's just like this is would be a fantastic Christmas bourbon. I'm gonna have to say on the taste, it's just I don't. Let's try it one more time. A little bit of toasted oak in there. 7 years is like the sweet spot on this. I am going to say, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 on the taste. So that brings us down to our last category, which is finish. At the very, very end, after like 2-3 minutes, it picks up a little bit of vanilla. I would have to say it's one of the better finishes. It's going to be interesting to see what this is comparatively and how I'm going to be able to do it, because honestly, this is like my wheelhouse here. Ooh. You got it, it's a the finish is a 5. With a but up. So this has finished an 18 out of 18. All right. So the Old Louisville Whiskey Company bourbon bottle breakdown, 4 Bakers, 7 High Rye is an 18 out of 18. And folks, I'm just going to tell you that how an 18 comes about, in my opinion, is based off of what you love. For it to be an 18 out of 18, you have to love the flavors that I'm tasting in this, and I do. There's just enough caramel in there. The finish is long. The everything about this. This is a spectacular bottle. It's a once again, it's a single barrel, so it's not like all of them are like this, but this particular single barrel that I was able to obtain is fantastic. So now I'm going to pull in the Middle West Spirits Crystal Glen. Thank you, Ryan Lang, for that. And I'm going to put it up against the original Baker 7. They're both 107 proof. Now, if you look at this, I believe the color, this might be, there's a little more. Let's see. Yeah, they're pretty similar. All right, so we can put this over here. We got that there. And now it is, now I will go overall. When it comes to breaking bourbon, they said caramel corn, which I did not get, toasted oak, and stewed apples. I could see I was picking up more like cherry or dark fruits on the nose. Now, the palate was caramel, cinnamon, dough, and dark fruits. And I was getting caramel, cinnamon, apple and dark fruits. And then the finish was rye spice, barrel char, toast, dark fruits, long with lingering savory spice, which was the like whatever I. So that's what they picked up there. Now this is the bourbon aromas open fairly uneventful with only a small number of scents fully standing out. Palate does taste in the vein of Old Granddad with a good amount of caramel. Mine does not, and a cinnamon up front. This is it wasn't cinnamon; it was a cinnamon back on mine. This is where the bourbon age begins to shine with a layer of rich dark fruits peppered in. The finish pops with an expected amount of rye spice and barrel char offering. I don't get barrel char at all, needing texture. It's nice to see Beam give Baker some love in 2024 with this release and a 13-year-old limited release, providing a variation of the standard Baker's bourbon is interesting, but I'm not sure. Now they are saying I don't know how it connects and whatever, but that's not me, so I'm not going to read that part. Thank you, Breaking Bourbon, for everything that you always do for us. You're a great source, a reliable source, and we agree with almost everything that you do. Now, here we go. We've got the two. All right, so we already know what I did on that one. This is completely different. Although there's no. The nose is much. Now the nose in the original one, I actually got vanilla. There was vanilla icing, like on a cinnamon bun. There's vanilla icing on the top. There's no doubt that's there. Now, is that in this? This has been open forever. It doesn't come at 107 each. This is not coming close to the nose of this one. The nose on this one is just not. It's slightly. All right, let's just taste it. Definitely different. I would say, now they're trying to say that Old Granddad, let's go get the 12-year or the 16-year. I don't think that's fair. I don't think you could put Old Granddad in a 16-year. We'll leave that alone. We will leave that alone. All right. That original Baker's has more caramels. I'm trying to see if it slides the same way. This is pulling off quite the finish. Both of them pull off. That is unique. I have to say I like them both. They're definitely different. I guess this is why they had to call it the High Rye, because although very similar, one is more like that classic Kentucky bourbon, and this one is like it doesn't deal with caramel. It deals more like a cinnamon bun, or this is more like caramel strudel. So it's just like what you like. It comes down to both fantastic pours. If I had to walk away with one, Let's see. If I had to walk away with one, I'm walking away with the Baker's High Rye. The original Baker's has a little bit of bitterness from the barrel char, wood. There's something in it, but the caramel makes it balance out nice, and it's still delicious. Whereas this does not have that. There's a sweetness to it where there was a little bit of leather in the Baker's originally. There's none of that in this. No, I just have, like, after mixing the two, I have a bunch of caramel at the end, just like just sitting there right in the middle of it. I would say that I'm going to pull the High Rye, but who has to make a decision? They're both fantastic whiskeys. So I have this other single barrel right here, and it's 7. I had an 8-year single barrel Baker's, which I just had finished off a while ago. This is my wife's favorite whiskey, one of her favorites. If you had to rate her favorite whiskeys, it would be Roxy's, would be Baker's, and then it would be Baker's, and then it would be IW Harper. And what comes after IW Harper? What else? I mean, she loves makers too. And that is an announcement that I wanted to make. The Scotchy Bourbon Boys on September 4th, with Rob Samuels attending, will be doing a private select pick at Maker's Mark on Thursday, September 4th, 9 a.m. So that's going to be a special. So everybody out there, we will have a private select Maker's Mark for the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to call it, but we'll figure it out when we do it. So it should be a fantastic festival. And then also, I want to say to John, and I was thinking, John and Randy, I was thinking of leaving Thursday night and then coming down, and because Super Nash has his hotel there. But I'm not going to be able to do that because there's no way, because this is our next podcast. This is the Garrison Brothers Guadalupe. And this is going to be fantastic. So everybody, the next podcast this Thursday, we will have Dan Garrison on, and he will be talking about his Guadalupe. And I am so excited to taste this with him. Texas bourbons, I really haven't gotten into it, and it all has to do, besides rosewood bourbons and ryes. Besides that, there's TX and there's Garrison Brothers, but it's too far. Do it from your deck. That would no. It starts at 8:30, and for me to get there by 8:30, that means I'd have to leave by 3:00, and it's just not going to happen. It's just not. I just can't do that. I would love to do that though, but Texas is not. It's not that I don't like Texas bourbons. It's that it's far away, and I've been sticking to the stuff. And if you have ever noticed, the podcast is Pennsylvania. I still haven't gotten to Virginia for the George Washington Mount Vernon distillery, but then Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, all surrounding states, and pretty much the Midwest. So this is going to be our first really big endeavor into the Texas bourbon, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited with to have Dan Garrison on. We're going to also have the whiskey doctor on along with, if he can make it, because he's the one that set all this up, and I appreciate that. So there we go. Garrison Brothers, Guadalupe will be tasting on Thursday, and then I'll leave early Saturday or early Friday morning and get to Chicago, hopefully around between 9 and 10 o'clock their time. So, all right, everybody. That's it for the podcast tonight. As far as that, YouTube and Facebook, if you want to stay on for a little bit longer, we will be staying on talking about, but we are going to end it for this purpose. I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully it must be something in India at this moment that, although my shorts keep doing really well, the long podcasts on YouTube have kind of died off a little bit, and I don't know why. There might be many different reasons. So what I'm going to do tonight, signing off, let's see. Well, I'm probably going to have little Steve-O take us out and see if they're going to keep attacking me. They didn't attack us the last time we used it, so might as well try it again. All right. I mean, I do love. I'm not sure what it could be. Our theme song, but who knows? We'll try it both ways. All right, everybody. www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. And remember, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, along with Spotify, iHeart, Apple, or whatever format that you use. We're there. But just remember, whether you watch us or you listen to us, make sure you like, listen, comment, subscribe, and leave good feedback. That good feedback means so much. And remember, good bourbon equals good times and good friends. Thank you, everybody, tonight for listening. Remember, don't drink and drive, drink responsibly, and live your life uncut and unfiltered. And we will try this. Let's see where we're at. Let's go. AI will take us out.
Drinking whiskey on the rocks or sipping on a bar. We left to spend time with our crew. Listen along and find out how that can be you. Spending time with the boys, you don't want to miss us. It's just twice a week. Whether it's Ohio, Kentucky, Milwaukee, or South Carolina, you listen along, let's have a good time. We make sure to leave the bad time behind. Bourbon is the blood that makes a lifelong bond with our friends and neighbors, even some across the pond. I can't wait until the next time we meet, because I'm always looking for the next bourbon. Yes, please, I'll have it neat. So show me the way to another whiskey bar, where it'll be. It won't be too far. With friends and family closely, we'll never be alone. Remember, the Scotchy Bourbon Boy.
All right, there we go. I am going to throw out. I'll throw out. What did you guys think tonight? I thought it was decent. I will throw out the real quick. I'm going to throw out the invitation. Control. Let's see if it's even there anymore. It could be. Nope, it's not. I got to recopy it. I was going to do little Steve-O, but then I realized I didn't have the speaker set up. Copy invitation. There it is. Throw it out. Whoever would like to join us on. There it is. It's up on Facebook. I wish I could do it on YouTube. Anybody there? But we're going to stay on for a little bit longer. Push that there. Facebook. We're on YouTube. I can take this off. Boom. Turn this off here. Yep. Hopefully. So I'll pull this over for everybody. Oh, it didn't go. There you are. Why isn't it dropping in? That is bizarre.
Good.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get you on the other screen, and for some reason, there it is. The other screen is up. All right. Hey, John.
What's up, dude?
Have you had the Bakers?
I tried it before. The one you've got sounds very interesting.
It is. It was surprisingly really good. And
High Ryes are sneaky, Jeff. They can be really good.
Well, this one, whatever one I got, was fantastic, right? And then I had a question, John. I don't know if Randy's coming in. It seemed like everybody kind of bailed at the end. Hey.
Yeah, Randy's here. Like, he's in Chicago.
Yeah, I know that.
But he invited me in to dinner tonight, and I couldn't make it. They were downtown, and between, well, I know we're still on Facebook and whatnot, between doing some other personal things I had to take care of that, one being a discharge date, and then running errands and doing this, and my folks are like, yeah, can you come out and help us with something? They're elderly. I'm like, yeah, let me shower, I'll get out there. So I got back just as like 7:20ish, and you were jumping on. So yeah, and I know Walker's been busy too with class prep or something. So
yeah, he fell behind, so he said he wasn't going to make it tonight, which is fine.
That's okay.
Like I need an excuse why you guys every once in a while miss out. Like, you have lives.
Yeah.
So let's just talk a little bit. So Friday morning I'm going to shoot to hit the hotel, right? And drop. I don't know. Okay. So here's a question. I got to get a phone. Okay. I got my iPad. So I should be able. Was Martin? I think it's on this one. Let me get my iPad up. Martin Duffy. He was. Why is it on Do Not Disturb? Let's get it off Do Not Disturb.
What's up? Don't see the invite? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jeff, can you resend the invite? Randy can't find it.
I can always do that, but he's classic.
You can call back if you can't find it again.
How can you not find it? It's there.
He's on his mobile. I don't know.
I know. There's aspects of Randy, and I'm not saying this, I say this lovingly, that he suffers from some things that us older people on the internet suffer from. Right?
All
right.
I could come up with a phrase, but I won't. You able to check in early, Jeff, at the hotel, or do they have a time for you?
Wait, hold on.
Sorry. I'm gonna kill that one light. Jesus, lining me in the back.
That is funny. What time did he send me that? 9:14? It's 9:40. He's like, yes, right. So ask me again. what you just asked me.
So I'm gonna say, so if you get into town like 10ish, are you able to get into the hotel early? Because I know sometimes check-ins at like 2 or something or 3.
The thing is, let's
Excuse me.
okay, I think it's here. All right. The thing is, let's see. Hold on. Martin Duffy. Okay, so the thing is Nash is staying at the same hotel the night before. So the transfer over, he has to check out at 11, but then be checked. So I'm gonna try and just get there so we can just either stay or whatever until we got to do what we got to do. You know,
I mean,
right?
he's going to be here Thursday, so I think he and Randy and I are going to sit on the deck and have a few sips and have a cigar. And then Friday after the game, when we all get back and whatever, we'll come here too.
Right.
That'll
But we're
be
going to meet at your house to start. So what time do we have to leave to be at the 120 game?
I'm thinking probably 11.
Okay.
A little later. Brian, my brother-in-law, said he'd drive. He knows places. We'll just pull. He goes, we'll find a place that's got parking. You can park in a lot of different places down there. And then we'll just, wherever we park, we walk over to the bleachers and get in.
Well, so are you following the Cubs?
I'm watching them play the Brewers right now.
Who's
They're
winning?
losing. The Brewers.
The Brewers.
5-2 in the
Okay.
5-2 in the 6th.
5-2.
Brewers. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because I was watching the Brewers before I started because I got the Major League Baseball on whatever. I can watch whatever game I want. But so one thing. So if we leave at 11, right? Will we be close? Will there be a little bit of pre-time maybe to go to the Cubby Bear before?
It's a good question. It depends on how quick we can get down there.
I mean, your brother
could. With you were thinking about getting here about 9, like give or take.
And your brother's going to the game, right?
Yeah, he'll do the Venmo for you. Like
I'm not. You know, John. Don't worry about that. God, I met you. I drank at your house. They're like the thing I would worry after meeting you. I would worry the least amount is money transfers. So don't worry about that. I know that's gonna all that shit. Do you think he'd drop us at the Cubby while he goes looks for parking?
We'll see.
Okay,
you might want to come with us. I mean, we'll have to see.
Okay,
let me know if you want to get here, Jeff, and just come to my house, and then you can just drop your crap here and leave it here.
Well, I would actually drop my crap there by just parking my truck in your truck.
That's what I'm saying, man. And if you got whiskey, you can bring it in the house.
Why would I once again, like people are breaking into cars in your area? No.
Oh, no. Like if it gets warm in your car, I don't want anything to get crappy. I'm just saying, but the weather looks great, dude. It's supposed to be in the upper 70s.
So you're getting, it's like the perfect weather for a Cubs game because it's not, the upper 70s are going to happen like 5-6 o'clock. Whereas it'll probably at 120 be like 72 degrees and sunny. I was looking at that forecast because you guys on Thursday, it's going to rain a little bit. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was just solid sun. There was just a picture of sun. And for me, Friday was Friday is the rainy day, because it all comes our way. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday as the sun. So it worked out perfect. But I'm just I could do that. I'll have to decide that's fine. And then we all meet over there. What I'll do is how well I get out of here in the morning, I'll base it off that.
Okay. Yeah, just keep me in the loop. It's either way. And like you're staying in Naperville, so you're going to be you're literally from your hotel there. You're like literally a 6 or 7 minute drive. My brother-in-law's. Like it's funny. You're like you're closer to him than me, but like it's a hop, skip, and a jump to get to my place. So
Do you know where Green Post is?
Green Post. Tell me about that.
What?
Tell me about that.
All right, there's that. It says Green Post. So then he must have sent it on. There we go. It must have been Facebook Messenger. All right, let's see if I can find it. Let's search here. And we will put Martin Duffy. I got it. Where's my keyboard? There it is. He must have sent it on Facebook. Let's see.
Luck for Randy yet, huh?
Should I? I'll just text it to him.
I was gonna say I could look on Messenger too.
No, watch this. Look it. That's Messenger, but he's on his phone. You said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. If he's in a hotel room, I'm sure he's on his phone.
All right, we'll just hit that.
And the Garrison thing on Thursday, I mean, the boys will be here. We'll just zoom off of my stuff. I mean, it'll be fine.
There you go, Randy. So that's where Martin Duffy's going to meet us. It's called Green Post. It's 4 generations of family, and it's kind of where by him and he said he doesn't want to go into Lincoln Park where Delilah's is, you know.
Green Post, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called Green Post.
Okay.
He goes,
it's a pub,
I will
right?
skip Delilah's. I don't venture into Lincoln Park, Wrigleyville on the weekends. Too many yahoos on the loose. So we'll kind of do that. But he wants to meet us for dinner at Green Post.
Looks like a pub.
Well, it's all, there's like pubs, shops, the whole 9 yards.
This is Lincoln Square, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
fresh
Google
bakery, right, you know, he said it's been in the family, and he knows the family.
And how do you know Martin again? I'm sorry.
Martin Duffy is the North American Glencairn, Crystal Glencairn glass representative that I met early on.
Okay.
And so he's been a part of the podcast. He's originally he originally represented Scotch brands. He knows a lot about Scotch. So when we do Scotch, we've had him on before, and we also promote him with the, you know, the Crystal Glencairns and everything.
Yeah. Gotcha. Badass. Yeah, Rockwell Street. Okay.
Is that far?
It's just in Chicago, so I mean, it's just a matter of just getting on maps and finding it.
Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to go to dinner with him and then that's what we're going to do Saturday night. Just dinner. He wants to do dinner. He doesn't want to go into the other place, but I'm sure this man loves history and the history of bourbon. So there's probably a place to go afterwards, because he introduced me to all the bartenders from Delilah's. You know, there's a lot of things that they've a lot of brands and everything that they've, you know. Saturday before that, we should probably try to go over to Few in Evanston.
Yeah. Hey, Randy.
Randy is.
I'm just listening. I'm driving.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a little garbly, but we can hear you.
So okay. So you finally got in once I texted you that? Oh my God. I texted you it, but it didn't go through down here. Oh my God. So in my basement, if someone doesn't have an Apple phone and I text them, it doesn't get delivered. But if they have an Apple phone, it'll connect to the internet and deliver it. I don't know what goes on.
Interesting.
So you got in, Randy, you could do video, but you're driving, right?
My wife doesn't even like me having the audio on while I'm driving, especially when I have to call 6 times to get in.
Where are you guys headed?
I'm going to try to go to Benny's if I can, and then we're going to the hotel. But Benny's closes in 10 minutes. So
Yes, it
Are
does.
you still downtown?
5 minutes away. See what happens.
Yeah. Are you near Lincoln Park?
You know, I was asking you to eat dinner with us near your house, not out there, not in downtown. I was heading your way.
Yeah, my folks had asked me to come out and help them with a big picture frame that fell loose, and they're, like I said, they're elderly. So like, can you come in and put that thing back up? I'm like, okay.
So
and they're like, we'll do dinner.
Good for you. Good for you.
So John, I can call you to help me because I'm elderly.
So am I, dude. Randy's not. I heard he's only 34, so his wife's like 27.
That is
good. Well, she looks 35.
Good man.
Cheers to David on YouTube.
She's listening to you guys all the way.
I know she's right next to you. I don't care, Jeff. If you want to just drive straight here, and then after the game, we'll get you back over there and settle. It's not far, and then Friday night we'll just have a good time, man. Like, I'm thinking, with the weather being a little cooler, we'll definitely sip and have stogies, and I'll get the solo stove going, man. It'll be great. It's you're literally 10 minutes from my place.
Okay.
Perfect. It is perfect. It'll be nice and relaxing too. So.
Not a problem. That sounds.
And then you can sit at my bar if you want again in the garage.
As long as you turn the fans on.
Well, they'll be on, dude. And I'm so happy though. It's like the lows, like it's gonna be in the 60s, like for the evening. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
As long as that humidity gets out here. I don't know by you, man. It's been so bad here,
dude. It's been 90. Today it was 94 at 2:30, and I was like, I've been in this too long. I'm done.
I did my deck. I finally finished it. 3 weeks, give or take a few days off here and there of taking screws out, ripping the old boards out, replacing some of the frame, and finally getting it done yesterday. I mean, I think I lost like 7 pounds just sweating it out. Like, I just, in that heat. And like, I worked till noon the other day, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't be in this anymore. It was like 105 degrees. Like, it was terrible.
So when I went up to Wisconsin this weekend for the funeral, at the Saturday morning, we got in and went over to the church, and the church doesn't have air conditioning.
Oh, man.
But Saturday morning was like 75 and overcast. Okay. So there was humidity, but in the church, everybody was fanning themselves and whatever. And after working in the hot sun in the 90s, I'm like in dress clothes and everything. And I'm like, you guys are complaining about this? It's cool.
Yeah.
I feel
you know how the Midwest,
you got the
Wisconsin
fans
and
going.
Midwest churchgoers are.
Yeah. You got the fans going and everything. I'm not sweating. This is good. I even was in long pants and everything, and I was definitely not thinking that it was too hot, because today it was like I had to go in at about 2:30, 2:45, and stop, because it had gotten to the point of ridiculous.
Are you outside quite a bit?
Me?
Yeah.
So this year, yes. Well, I mean, all you got to do is look here. This is how outside I am.
Give me the watch. Come on, show me the watch. Yeah, dude. So don't wear that at the Cubs game, and you can even that out. You'll be
Yeah.
good.
But then want to see something more ridiculous?
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
I even got the hole.
That's great, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah, I went to the
truly a chrome dome.
I went to the funeral, and my wife's like, that looks ridiculous if you're not going to wear a hat. So I wore a beret. The man who had passed, one of his things was it was in honor of his beret.
Yeah.
So I showed. Everybody's like, "That's so cool that you honored Peter and whatever." And then I showed them. I said, "But I had to wear it." They go, "What do you mean?" I said, "I had to wear it," and they're like,
That's talking about.
and I'm like, they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Do you want to see?" And they're like, "Sure." And my brother-in-law's like, "Can I take a picture of that?" I'm like, "No."
That will come back to get you at some point.
No, definitely. I'm in the sun. I'm probably the tannest that I'm tied with the tan from the year I trained to do a triathlon.
So I agree with that. Like for me, like, I get my summers off. I get those 10 weeks off, and I get a little arm tan and stuff, but I'm way more tan this year because I spent 3 weeks out in the heat and ripping the deck up.
I mean,
you've been to my house once, that backyard, it just gets cooked with sun, man.
Yeah. And I'm excited because like when I was there, you had the deck, but it was kind of, you could tell it needed to have some stuff done. And now you're going to have your brand new deck.
Yep. It's all set, man. It's going to be great. I just can't wait to smoke cigars with you, man, and have a few sips, and we'll have a good time. We'll just relax. It'll be great. I'll have music playing out in the garage speakers. It'll be fun. It'll be a nice segue to just kind of relax Friday night, and then, get ready to go have fun Saturday too. So
yeah, it should be a blast.
Should be, man. Speaking of, I got to grab another pour quick. What am I going to get? Oh, did I tell you, Jeff? I ended up getting a Russell's 13, batch 6.
Yeah, I saw that. You got the Green River for me, right?
I mean, yes. I think I do. If not, they're here. They're just sitting around.
What else? You picked up a couple other things, right?
I got. So, do you want that Star Hill Farms, right?
Which one?
Star Hill Farms, the makers.
Yes. The weeded.
And Old Fit 7, right? You don't have that one?
Nope.
Got that for you. I've actually got a Jack. Remember we were talking about it way back when, a few months back? The Jack, is it the Winter Blend or something?
Okay.
It's like literally like a $22 bottle.
Okay.
That's here. And I've been holding on to that Whiskey Acres. Shoot, not the blue popcorn, the other one, the Bloody Butcher. If you want that one,
okay.
I'll let you taste it. If you don't want it, that's fine. I've got one open. So
perfect.
But yeah, there's like 4, and then you're gonna take Lizen stuff back because you'll see him eventually, and he's gonna have to owe me via Zelle or something. But I picked up, and Randy's gonna take Walker stuff to him, so
you'll have
be cool, man.
You'll have some weight relieved from the stress on your house.
Yeah, it's all good. Oh, hey, do you have an XL Scotchy Bourbon Boy shirt you can bring me?
Yes, I do.
All right, please make note of that. I'd love to get one, man.
Okay.
I've got the Glencairn, but I don't have a shirt.
For sure. All right, and pretty cool that we're gonna do a private select from Maker's Mark, hey?
Yeah.
That one I got to figure out.
I found a couple of good items.
What did he say?
Hey, are you in Benny's?
Noted.
Who was that?
He's probably at the store, and they're like, "Get out! It's 9 o'clock. Go home."
Yeah. He didn't. I don't think he heard that we did. That we got that private select pick.
That's cool, dude.
It's going to be with Rob.
Awesome.
I got to figure out what my stave.
Yeah, he's in the store. I can hear him.
It's kind of funny that he's in the store while he's on the podcast.
Yeah. And he's going to try and hassle and dazzle with him and be like, sir, we don't know who you are. Sorry. We are a relationship. Oh, God, Jeff, the Brewers are killing the Cubs 9-3.
I can't say that I'm not excited for both the teams.
Me either, dude. This has been great. And Milwaukee's been hotter than a coal.
I mean, where the hell? So, like, where did they come from? Like, I get it, but all of a sudden they all started clicking. Like the old people, the young people, the rookies. I mean, they're pitching. It's like if they don't get hitting, they get pitching, and if they don't get pitching, they get hitting.
Yeah, somebody else picked it up.
It's still a pretty fun division, actually. Being Milwaukee and Chicago up there, and
St. Louis at one point was like right there with the Brewers behind the Cubs.
Yeah, they cooled off.
So I got this High Rye.
If I could see where Randy was, I'd mute him, but I can. Here we go.
Thank y'all.
I'll do it.
Yep.
I'm going to take him and Nash hunting on Thursday too. So,
all right, more. Let's see, tiny more. Let's see, rename.
You kill YouTube and Facebook yet, or not really?
No, I can.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you the whole time.
Okay.
Are you wheeling and dealing?
Well, I just picked up that Baker's High Rye for $50-something bucks.
That's really good. I had to pay $75.
But yours came with a signature.
Yes, it did, and it was at the distillery. And when you're at the distillery, what do you pay the extra? Always support what's going on. So you got the High Rye, Randy?
Yeah.
Hey, which store did you go in, Randy? Location.
I think he said just a minute.
I got mine at Benny's Evergreen.
Oh, Evergreen Park. Okay.
And now I'm heading back to my hotel.
Okay. What time's your wife fly out tomorrow?
I gotta have her at the airport about 9. Flying out at 11.
Okay, my fridge is coming between 11:30 and 3:30. Yeah, get that, Jeff. My fridge took a crap. So I got to get it. I got a new one. It's coming tomorrow. Times.
Guys, I'm gonna get off because I'm hearing double voice.
Okay.
Hey, Randy. You text or call tomorrow. We'll work out your transportation if you're dropping your car off at the place.
Okay.
Are you still planning to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get a rental car if I can. I'm trying to find out where to hang this thing up.
Well, I can hang you up.
No, I'm on telephone, but yeah, you can go on. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. Just connect with me tomorrow, Randy. We'll figure it out.
Yep. Talk to
All
you
right,
soon.
brother.
Bye.
You and your wife have a good night. Safe flights tomorrow.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Good night.
All right.
All right.
He's muted. I'm going to get us off Facebook real quick, John.
That sounds good.
Thanks, everybody, for watching Facebook. Good night.
Thanks for listening to our shenanigans post-pod.
And then I'll take us off YouTube.
What are your numbers like tonight?
I have Facebook usually is always good. I don't know if, because Martin was on, he might have shared, so that's always good.
Okay.
But the YouTube numbers have been down lately. Thanks everybody tonight on YouTube. All right.
Might be the season too.